Oh, and then okay, and we're on the other ship, the big ship, and we killed all the pirates, and more about to come.
Yeah, and your other ship is parked elsewhere. The other ship is parked on another dock on the other side of the station. What do you guys want to do?
Gotta get the fuck out of there. Obviously, we got a bounty on our head, so we can't stay.
A.M.I has a mission to go on to get some money because the crew's kind of pissed off.
Ooh, I like money.
But the crew, I mean, we're bouncing. We're fuck that crew. I think we said something about leaving Maria and Giuseppe.
Yeah, you were talking about cutting all the ties, I think.
Yeah, and then just giving them some cash, like half a wealth each or something. I don't know. That's enough probably to get them somewhere if they need to get somewhere. Going on the mission that A.M.I has we'll get money. I think it'll be a little easier than going through the gate. I think that's going to be really hard.
There's probably some code that we need to activate or go through.
There's going to be a pre-mission to do that, so we can't just go straight to.
So, A.M.I is tapped into the network especially when you're here at like the station, and I imagine you get the news and shit too. So the news reel shows the gate in this system where you guys put it in before opening, and a large group of CD ships are coming into the system, and the news report says something like CD presence in the system has doubled in the last 24 hours. It goes on to just talk about that the CD are now everywhere. They haven't released any statements, but they are posting up checkpoints you guys previously saw. So CD presence in this sector, this solar system is hype.
You know what we could do? Because I can spread a rumor. We can leave the CD ship that we have here and just say the Gamma terrorists are at the pirate station and just let the pirates deal with the backlash, and we just kind of sneak out.
I was thinking this thing very similar, but destroying the ship so they can't identify the body, so they think we're on the ship and we can just bounce. Like right now, before we leave, instead of self-destructing, get the fuck out of there. Giuseppe and Maria, get the hell out of there and leave that whole crew, because fuck them, they're dick, and just explode them. That's gonna obviously set off like a little chain reaction too on the station, and we can get the fuck out of here. Because all those ships are coming here, right? Because the only reason that they would need that big of a presence is to have to fucking fight all these pirates, right, to get to us.
I like the idea of possibly the rumor working for us. We might not get all the heat off of us, but at least...
Oh, you know what? The bounty hunters probably already told them that we're here.
Yeah, they know we're here. What we need to make it look like is that we die.
So we blow the ship, and then I spread the rumor.
Yeah, because then I could just do something in engineering, right? I'm assuming I could like overpower the reactor or whatever the fuck we use to power this shit.
Yeah, depending on how you roll.
A.M.I goes over to the ship's comms and says, "Attention, all crew. Scheduled shore leave is now in effect. Please vacate the ship."
We need bodies on there, so when they come and search the wreckage, that they see that there's fucking bodies.
Attention, all crew. Shore leave is over.
Never happened. High alert. But they're all on high alert anyways because of this shit, right? I mean, we just had a bunch of people try to fucking slice through our ship to get inside.
Yeah. So the crew is like on edge. They don't fully trust you guys. Why would they?
I want to start working on over...
Why don't you tell Spency to get the other ship ready to launch?
Yeah, can I send Spency to the other ship without him actually being here?
Yeah, he'll have to make a rolls when he gets back. Yeah, we can send him on a little solo mission.
Do either of you guys have charisma? A.M.I, you have charisma, right?
Yeah.
It's a good way to get everyone to, like, I don't know, everyone go to their bunks, everyone...
All hands to stations.
Yeah, that's good. I want to go over to the engineering, to the computer. I'm going to try to fuck with it and try to make it overload or something to that. But like a delayed overload, not something that's going to, right now. I don't want us to blow up.
Well, I think that all depends how you roll.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you roll full success, I'll let you put a rough timer on it. That was not exact, an approximate timer. How long until it overloads?
I feel like 10 minutes. What do you think, A.M.I? They're coming back right now, the other crew, the other guy. So we're going to get the fuck out of here or sneak off. We need to make it so that it blows up when there's witnesses, I guess, or...
Because we need to hide, because if the ship blows up and somebody sees us, then it's all over. A.M.I's rolling behind you, treads on your heels.
tread on me.
So you're going to try and set the thing for 10 minutes? What are you saying to Giuseppe and Maria?
They are coming. I'm not even really going to. Yeah, I'm just going to tell them, just follow me. No, I feel at this point they don't really need too much acting, right?
I think Giuseppe is down and just would just follow you. But Maria would probably be like, where are we going?
I'm going to look at her in the eye. And I'm going to say, I've always had your best interest in mind, Maria. I would never do anything purposely hurt you, trying to help you believe in.
She says, you could understand how that's kind of hard to believe. And as you look at her, you imagine back to maybe your first days working at Max Grenade's office. Maria, and she would come in a floral dress and heels, and her hair is done up and her nails are did. And you look at her now, and she's in a jumpsuit. It's covered in stains of oil and grease, and her hair is like slicked back and tied into a messy bun, and her face is pale from not seeing the sun, dirt and grime from working on the engine on her. And you can tell she's a changed person since you guys left Gamma. We trusted everything to you and Julia when Max left, and none of that turned out for shit. So you can understand how I'm a little hesitant to trust you now.
I'm not going to continue having this conversation with her. I'm just going to leave.
You just walk away from her. She just throws her hands up.
I told you guys, if you want to listen, that's on you.
Just say it. He probably would try to convince Maria to come with you. So I'm going to roll charisma for Giuseppe. He got a 9 without a crit. Do you think Giuseppe has any charisma points? Odds or evens?
Odds.
Maria reluctantly does what Giuseppe suggests, and the two of them do tag along behind you as you're working your way towards the exit of the ship. As you're going for the exit, the guy who speaks for the crew is there and says, "Hey, Captain, where you going?"
I'm going to look at Maria and say, answer him.
So you're like testing her loyalty in this moment.
Yeah.
She got convinced to go with you, but at this moment, she is torn between following you or following this crew, which she's started to build like a kinship with. And you could probably even tell by this point, she feels a little more like this crew than she does part of your little command click murder hobo team. I think you should roll charisma.
Me?
Yeah. To manipulate Maria. You don't sound like you give a fuck either way.
Can I aid him? And Amy will say, Captain, time is running out. Mission time critical. 9.
Okay, roll charisma plus 1.
I got a 7, so it helps, but it's still...
Maria looks from you over to the guy back at you, and she turns slowly to him and says, "We're doing a job with the pepperoni. I'll be back. Sit tight." And the guy's like, "Okay." And he wanders off. And she looks back at you with a narrowed look. She knows something fucked is happening, but she just hasn't figured it out. So you guys exit out of the ship where there's like blood and shit from people being shot and laser axed and whatnot. And you can exit onto the...
Dang, Maria's going to be really pissed.
in the bazaar if you would like to wander out there.
I want to go and find a vantage point and take a cell phone video of the ship. And I'm going to use that to spread the rumor that we're dead.
Okay, cool. So you'll get a shot of the ship like somebody take conspiracy camera footage.
Shaky cam.
Yeah.
Make it look candid.
Amy, can you find us an empty airlock or something?
But yeah.
Okay, so you find an empty dock really close to the one you're at. So you only have to walk out in the bazaar for a moment and then duck down the next spine off the central pool. You don't have to walk across the whole station. But it's still a risk that you might be recognized. You looked at that data device you took from one of the people trying to collect the bounty, and it is clearly Captain Pepperoni and the crew, and it has a 1 goes by in a huge like font, and it's just followed by a stream of zeros.
Caution. Captain Pepperoni, anonymity at risk.
Amy, are you going to turn us in?
Go, Captain. My Captain. You are my best friend.
I'm going to upgrade you and get you a cool body. All right, well, I guess we're just going to lay low until Spency arrives.
Yeah, you got to get to the other ship to turn it on to come pick them up at a closer thing because you're all wanted by bounty hunters.
Yeah, and we tricked the crew into staying on the other ship, and we're going to just kill them all.
And the CD is invading the solar system.
And you're going to try to fake your deaths on the ship that explodes.
Wait. That was a lot throwing me all at once. So CD's invading.
Yes.
He's like, "Hey, go to the other ship, the little ship, and get ready to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to set the Azul Azul to explode.
Okay.
So the problem is you're wanted men now, and everybody on the station knows you have a bounty. So you need to get from this place to the other ship without getting caught. How do you want to do that?
So, in my bag of goodies, I technically still have a lab coat to try and disguise myself.
Okay, yeah, you can try and disguise yourself. You
I
like
don't know if
rolling
that'll-
charisma.
I don't know. And then technically my character does have a scarf RP. So can I take my
Yeah.
scarf and wrap
Yeah,
it
yeah.
up over my face over the robot parts?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do that and then try and
Why don't you roll charisma with like a +1 because you have like you throw on the cloak and you pull over the thing.
That's 10.
So you sneak from one side through the bazaar. People look at you, but nobody registers it's you. And you get to the other landing platform where the smaller ship is. And you get in there and you need to make some kind of engineering roll to boot up the system, the thing that Enzo usually does on the ship for you.
That's a 8.
So it is firing up, but it is taking some time. Okay, let's cut back to the other guys. You have had all that emotional exchange and then set the bomb and are sent to Spency some data of empty dock much closer to the Azul to pick you up at this closer station so you guys don't have to run through the station. So how do you guys want to get from here to that other dock?
I'm gonna go invisible.
Okay, roll your invisibility. Did you fail?
That was a crit fail.
You turn extra visible.
Every camera in the whole thing just like directly on me.
So your program for going invisible locks up on you. You can't use it for a little. Reggie, aim me.
I'm pointing a camera at the ship.
Are you waiting for it to explode on camera? You can spend an intervention kit and then say as long as you're on the station when it goes off, you'll get the video.
Set up a little tripod.
I only have one left after this, though.
I network with it so it can send a wireless signal to me when it explodes.
And then what do you do? What do you do about getting to this next place?
I am not the idea guy. I forgot I have a stealth move, so you don't have to worry about me.
Oh, so we're just gotta worry about Reggie.
Yeah. I mean, you can give him a +2 with an aid roll and then roll intelligence yourself to walk through the gap like you're saying.
Okay, I'll give him the aid roll.
Like you tell him when to go. Like you're standing there looking at everything.
That's an
Go
11.
down.
That's an 11.
Okay, so roll Dex.
14.
did
So
Batman
you
shit.
just, yeah, you just like power walk through and no one notices and you make it to the next hallway, which is an empty landing zone. A.M.I, you said you had a move?
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
going incognito. So when I blend into a crowd or the shadows, foes never spot you until you draw attention to yourself or leave your cover. You can move while you're remaining in cover, but no faster than a leisurely walk. So what A.M.I's going to do is retract his arms and his head down and is going to be like a little box just to keep a low profile. In the middle of a crowd, everybody's just seeing over me.
So you have to roll for that or that just is?
Nope, I just did. Like
So-
some gruff guy walks past,
Yeah,
is
the
like,
guy.
you little trash can, and just like... kinda-
Yes, Max. Captain Pepperoni, you need to roll that intelligence to
Alright.
see if you can puzzle your way through this.
9.
You're walking through and you're dodging the roughnecks and whatnot. But someone stops you as you're walking and says, "Hey, you're the guy who left with the guy who used to make the beer. Whatever happened to that guy? He said you guys were going on a big mission."
Talking to me?
He's talking to you.
I'm just gonna tell the truth. It was a dangerous mission, and he didn't make it, unfortunately.
Roll charisma. It's another fail. And so while he's got you stopped and and you're telling him and you're having this conversation, it's just enough time that people start to notice and you look up for your conversation and everyone around you is looking at you. Let's cut back over to Spency. The system's turning on. If you get another mixed result, you'll have enough power to fly the ship.
12.
You get the sequence going and the reactor fires and you have the systems all power up as they should. You have the location of another docking point on the station closer to the Azul where the guys are supposed to meet you.
I'm going to hop in the pilot seat and try and just cruise nonchalantly over to that.
All right, roll your piloting.
8.
You ease out the ship and you're putting around the outside. And as you're looking up at away from the crater into the asteroid field, you do think you catch a glimpse of a vessel moving behind the asteroids, small, all black, and then it's gone. You hardly could see it, except that an asteroid moved behind it for a second, so its all black frame became a silhouette. And then you pilot around over to this other landing area and land the ship. Let's cut back to you guys. A.M.I and Reggie, you're over there. You see the ship landing, but as you look back through the corridor you came from, Enzo is not right behind you. What do you do?
A.M.I continues going to the dock. because that's his mission.
So you go to the ship as it lands, and you can board, and Spency's in it.
How much time is left on the timer? How long has it been?
It's probably getting close. It's probably been like 8 minutes or 9 minutes. Like, we're probably real close.
Ship destruction imminent.
What'd you say, A.M.I? Oh, come on now.
Captain Pepperoni has rigged the ship to explode.
Oh man, how you got an exact time on it?
T-minus 2 minutes and counting.
A.M.I, take the controls. Where's everybody else?
I ping their data devices, figure out where everybody. Reggie's
Right outside the ship that
Okay.
you just landed, and you see that Pepperoni is in the bazaar still. You can get out of the ship and then to the door in a turn totally, and then from there you can seek him, and then walk over to him or run over to him. In a turn you could see him, and 2 turns you could be it.
I'll spend an aim to make an alien speed dash.
Okay.
Captain Pepperoni.
You also need to roll dexterity.
double fives.
Okay, you fucking sprint away from A.M.I, down the ramp, around the corner to the door. Your alien appendage for a moment that just gives you a push and throws you into the bazaar, and you land on your feet next to Enzo, who's in a crowd of people who are all staring at him.
And I'm just gonna grab him by the arm and just start pushing my way through the crowd.
Well, you land there,
Okay.
and then
That's what
Enzo's
what I'm-
turn. Reggie and Enzo need to do.
All right, well, I ran past the things, so
No, you can go to the ship if you want to just go to the ship with A.M.I.
I'll put out a call on the comm and be like, hey, where's everybody at? Sit rep. We need to get going here.
You saw A.M.I get on the ship, and then you know that I'm behind you somewhere.
And you saw Spency run past you.
I am going to use my force push gun thing, whatever I have, push myself out of there in the direction of where I'm trying to go. So in the direction of the ship.
So you're trying to roll intelligence, use it as like a jump move. Yeah.
Yeah, just jump out of there and like kind of basically what Spency just did, but the opposite.
Roll intelligence.
10.
Cool. So Spency lands like he's going to grab you, and you aim your gun down and jump up in the air. And the moment you pop up in the air, everybody around you throws into pandemonium of like yelling, like, get him, he's worth billions. Everyone starts to surge towards the door as you land at the entrance into the landing bay. So, A.M.I, what's going on the ship?
I'm gonna tap into the comms and send a ping out to figure out what our obstacles are in the local area.
Roll wisdom.
14.
There is definitely at least one ship lurking kind of just out of range of the station, at the edges of the station's range in the asteroids around it, and you can't quite get beat on it. So you sighted it for a moment, and then it's gone.
Well, I'm gonna set a course. We'll go out the dock and then underneath the space station, and then
Turn
we'll,
away from the
we'll get out of the other side.
asteroid the station's on and try to roll around it. So it is built into a crater on a large asteroid, so it is a little bit of like you have to go essentially up from the station, and then you could go in every direction around the asteroid. But there is a little bit of like a force, like everyone comes through here. And that's kind of how they control it a little.
Mm-hmm.
They get to see who's coming into their station.
I'm gonna spend my last hold, and you're gonna tell me where it's hidden.
Oh, shit.
How about I tell you what it is? You get enough data to put together that this is an intercept fighter from the Institute. The Institute has some quick ships. The ship you have is nice, speedy transport ship with some defenses. This is like 100% an intercept vessel. You know that it outclasses your ship in every way except for seating. This is a one person strapped to an engine with guns and armament on it. Its position you can kind of deduce, but you take it as if it sees you leave, it's relatively moot point.
Yeah.
Because it is so much more agile than the ship you have and faster.
Okay, so we gotta time it right when the explosion happens. That's when we fucking bounce.
Well, the explosion's about to go off. Reggie, you're on the ship. Spency, you're trying to gas grenade to disperse this crowd or something?
I would like to put my head down in this weird outfit that I'm in, grab my forehead for a second, and just whisper underneath my breath, all right, Butch, I'm going to need your help on this one. With the other hand, already deep in the gas grenade, throw it behind me, a safe distance, and sprint towards the docking bay, pushing everyone out of my way. Yeah,
And they're all focused on Enzo anyway.
13.
You pop that gas grenade, and that creates a big distraction, too, from the people rushing towards Enzo You hear screaming all around the bazaar as you charge through the people and run into the docking bay. You guys all board the ship. Odds or evens?
Odds.
You board the ship. What do you do?
The second
we're all
everybody's
slowly-
on the ship, I take off.
And then I'm running towards the piloting gear to take over for A.M.I.
Yeah, I'm going to the engineering.
I'm
station.
definitely running to the gunner seat after that.
Does Reggie get a +1 now with Azul after last game when they kind of met and became friends?
Oh,
They got a mixed result. They got to roll again to this game to bond.
Ooh,
If they if they get a full result, I'll give them the full success. I'll give them. Roll Constitution, Reggie, as Azul tries to latch onto you, seeing you go for the gunning. Like, this is what I'm programmed to do now.
I literally rolled the lowest I could. I rolled double ones with my +3 for con. It's a 5.
Azul fucking is just encumbering your every movement. Everything dex related for you has a -1.
Okay, so now I'm at a 0.
Yeah.
That's okay. What would you call that?
Jake, yeah. So you have that, and you can't cure that until you get a long rest, essentially. Make camp.
Okay. All right. Well, as I'm running to the gunner seat, I feel this, and it kind of pushes me into like the wall. Oh! I run to the gunner seat because I'm still trying to get there, and I make a call to Enzo. Hey, yo, Cap. Azul is making me a little bit different right now. I need some help with that later.
So
I'm
Amy needs
not
to
gonna-
make a piloting roll since you piloted the ship.
11.
Cool. So you pull the ship out of the dock, and odds or evens on the Azul exploding.
Odds. Going all odds. All odd today.
It explodes. As you pull up from the dock and start to turn away, the dock like next door detonates out, and there's a big bright explosion as the reactor blows and punches like a Azul-sized punch in the ceiling. And then there's this rush air being pulled out of the station for a moment as like people and things are thrown up. And then a bulkhead closes and it calms down, and you see just the debris floating away as you guys make your escape. So make an engineering roll. John, Enzo, make an engineering roll.
And I'll relinquish piloting as
It's a 10.
Spency gets into position.
Do you tell people? Two of you
Yeah.
have seen this ship.
Yeah, after I'm finished piloting and getting it out of the dock. Warning, Braum Institute interceptor located in local area. Proceed with caution. I put the feed of the Drago Azul ship on the big screen so we could all watch it explode.
You guys watch it explode. There's like a bright flash, and the camera shakes, flares out for a moment, and then stabilizes as you see like a person get shot out the hole from the hallway. That's like off camera, and then the light from the hallway goes away as door closes, and you see like floating there, big up front half of the Azul is still like in the thing. The artificial gravity is like off now, and it's floating, and you see body parts of your former crew floating in the space as well.
And then I'm roll charisma to upload the video and spread a rumor that we were on that ship.
So you were dead.
10 to spread the rumor.
You set some cover for yourself on the interweb.
I can also learn of an interesting opportunity nearby.
Interesting opportunity nearby. You know that if you capture that interceptor, it's worth a goddamn fortune. Like, it's a military grade equipment.
I pull up Space Craigslist and I see listings for it.
Yeah, like decommissioned ones that like don't even have engines and shit are going for like 4 wealth points or something insane.
What? Do we know if it's spotted us?
Yeah, we can take it by surprise, couldn't we?
We have no idea where it is.
The explosion was just supposed to be our decoy and then we're just supposed to just bounce.
Yeah, let's just bounce. I feel like that's a...
So you slip away from the station and start weaving between asteroids, constantly checking your perimeter sensors, and there's no sign of a tail as you weave through the asteroids. A.M.I.'s astrogation ends there. Where are you guys plotting a course to?
Ooh, I would like to use my skill and just plot our course back towards the general area that we came from to come here originally.
Oh, that bunker?
That little pod floating in space?
Yeah, that little pod bunker.
You could plot a course back to that with your back home safe skill.
I have the choice between a long and safe path or a shorter and more dangerous path. And when you arrive at the destination, if anything has changed since your last visit, I spot it instantly, so you have to let me know.
Are you taking a long and
I would like to
safe?
take a long and safe.
Question,
Okay.
I know this is going to throw us off a little bit. What happened with Maria Hey, Giuseppe, did we actually?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
So they were supposed to get. They were okay. They would have been able to walk right through the thing. They didn't have to make the stealth roll to get through the. They're not wanted, so they could have walked right through and followed you guys on the ship. I assume they just followed A.M.I and got on the ship.
Dang,
Okay.
I didn't want to bring them. Yeah, I wanted to.
But you invited them. Oh, you didn't want them to die, but you didn't want to bring them with us.
Yeah, I don't want them to die, but I didn't want to bring with us. I want to just leave them on that thing.
So maybe we ditched them in that crowd, or maybe I accidentally
Yeah,
gas bomb or something.
can we say-
Odds or evens?
Odd.
Yeah, they're left on the platform. You guys closed the ship door and took off before they got on in the commotion.
As we're leaving, I'm gonna send them a half of a wealth each in their Palm Pilots.
You get a message back from Maria that's just her crying, yelling, "You son of a bitch, you murderous psychopath." Like something just ranting about you being a horrible person. You fucking killed all those people. You're no fucking captain. Like she's just losing her shit on.
All right, so are we at the little station place?
Yeah, it's like the size of a couple shipping containers welded together with a fucking port on the side, and it has like a little like moisture generator. So it's like a bare bone.
When we land, I want to start scanning the ship to see if I can find some sort of tracker or like signature that the Institute could use to track.
I want to know what's new about the place.
This place is exactly as you left it. It is migrated further down the belt as it's sort of on this slow orbital trajectory around the outside of the belt. So it's actually further away, but it's floating right where you left it. Make a intelligence check, A.M.I, as you hack away at systems.
0. A crit failed.
So yeah. So Pepperoni is exhausted and falls unconscious. Fucking nanites attack him or something. I mean, you guys dock at the station. Maybe you lay down on the thing and pass out on the cot.
Yeah, you guys just can't wake me
We all
up.
just take a big old nap, and Enzo just never wakes up. And
This is what I look like. The nanites are just over my eyes and over my ears, like a fucking like.
A.M.I just rolls up and says he's lost.
Well, he's got the nanite crusties. Hold up, he's gonna sleep for the next couple weeks.
So the thing is, without the whole crew, it's hard to do the ship because you each kind of do a thing. But you guys could totally effectively do like ground infiltration stuff with who you have. So can I just force you to take the job? Like you have to fly there and fly directly back to where Enzo is stationed, basically.
Without dying.
Yeah. The mission you picked up was to infiltrate a site of the Institute on Pluto and get some information, right? Download from the data cores. You guys fly out to Pluto, and there's this giant ice sheet on part of Pluto's surface, and you guys land on the ice sheet like a ways off from the station, and you guys have to like hike in to where the station is mounted to the ice to not draw attention. And it is some deep research facility. It's built on the ice, and then it cuts deep into the giant ice sheet beneath it, and the base goes underground. So you're on the ship, and you have to hike across the ice so they don't see you coming to get to the station. What do you want to do?
We're sneaking, right? Name of the game here.
You go out on the surface, you're in full suits, and you got oxygen tank, and it is extremely cold. So you can stealth, but I think you're all going to have to make a constitution save roll just to hike the distance on the surface of Pluto, even with the suit.
Can I kind of get almost there, but still at a view of everyone and kind of see what's going on with the station?
Yeah, but you still got to get over there, so you still got to roll to get over there.
So Con first and then Dex second?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 6. I'm not even going to roll the Dex.
You're walking across the ice. You feel your foot hit something, and you look down, and you have tripped a perimeter sensor. And you see the station. You look, and you see the ice covered station, like searchlights light up from it, and they start searching across the ice in your general direction.
I'm going to make that Dex roll to just try and duck behind any rubble or anything around the area.
So you're able to duck behind like a rise in the ice somewhere. You two who are behind, he jetted ahead to try to do some reconnaissance, but you also see the station light up in the distance with spotlights. You need to make a constitution if you're going to try to cross the ice over there.
Yeah.
13. I'm gonna, when I roll over there and see that he's tripped a sensor, I'm going to try and open comms with the station.
Okay, what did you get?
10.
Cool.
So you muscle it out. A.M.I is operating at an optimal temperature with the cooling of the ice planet and no atmosphere. And you can roll to try to hack into their network with an intelligence roll.
I just want to hail. I'm just sending out a signal and waiting for someone to respond. I'm trying to open comms. Hello?
Okay, then roll a charisma, probably.
Who is here to party? 7.
Okay, you get a message back. Identify yourself.
I am Autonomous Mobility Intelligence. Your assistance is required.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. We are here to party.
Who's we?
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, you hear a conversation. Is it a malfunctioning droid? It might just be a trap. Hold your position. Do not approach the station any further.
10-4, party location, stationary.
Slow hip hop music playing in the background.
Lights flashing like, what?
The system is down.
Is down. You guys see at the station, patrol of dudes comes out. Guys dressed like the guys you fought inside the obelisk. They're operator, they're commando type people, and they are on some kind of ice space truck that is driving in the direction of A.M.I, where they've gotten a signal from. You do have a turn to do something before they show up, if you'd like to do something.
I'm gonna look over at Reggie and go,
All right, let's let A.M.I be a distraction. Okay, and if we look like we have a good path, let's take it and sneak in. If it looks like there's no way in, I'll take a sneak attack. You go for first hit, I'll fuck them.
So are you guys doing anything physically in preparation? Any rolls need to be made? Or you just... I know you're hidden, Spency, but
I'm just
Reggie's
following
kind of
Spency's
standing
lead.
there.
I'm making my way to Spency to try to get in.
You're going to try to hide with him?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's a dex roll, which you
Okay.
still have that -1 to, so you're rolling
Yes.
-2.
7.
And you hit the deck, but you are not as stealthy as Spency is. A.M.I, you're just standing there, I assume.
Partying it up.
As the truck pulls up in front of you, 2 guys get off with rifles pointed at you and lights on you. And
Are
they
you
say-
here to party?
They're like, look at each other. Deactivate yourself.
Does not compute.
Turn off.
You are not my commander.
Who's
On-
your commander?
Commander Cliff.
Commander Cliff. They look at each other. Do you have any weapons? Are you armed?
I show him my arms. And I kind of waggle him.
Roll charisma.
8.
The one guy's like, this robot's dumb as fuck. Let's just scrap it and get on with our night. And then the other guy's like, yeah, but where did it come from? We're standing on an ice sheet in the middle of Pluto.
I would like to make a stealth roll to get all the way up behind both of them.
Yeah.
And are they the only 2 in the truck?
No, there's another guy in the driver's seat that didn't get out
Okay,
of the
well,
driver's
then
seat.
I'm going to go up to the truck and sneak to the driver's seat side
Uh-huh.
and try and put a gun to his head.
Okay, roll dexterity.
Natural 12.
So you slink quickly around the ice out of the range of their lights and around to the other side of the truck rover vehicle, and you press your gun against the guy's temple.
Before I put my gun to his head, can I send a quick message to Reggie? Just an emoji of like a big explosion.
Sure, yeah, you can totally send an explosion.
Yeah, I send an explosion emoji, and then I just look at him and go, shh. I shoot him in the head.
Roll to shoot him in the head. Dex.
Dex, okay, yeah. Then that's a success. That's 11.
You blast a hole. I mean, he's wearing a helmet because you're on Pluto. There's no atmosphere. So you blast a hole in the side of his helmet and it starts. You definitely hit him, but blood and air, more importantly, comes flying out the hole in his helmet. And if you didn't kill this person with a gunshot wound to their head, you did kill them by putting a 9mm sized hole through their only helmet. So this guy starts to freak out like, oh shit, oh.
And I'm trying to push him into the passenger seat to get into the car.
Okay, so what is Reggie going to do? You get this emoji and you look up and you see past the guys interviewing A.M.I to him slinking around to the driver and putting his gun against his head, and you know he's about to shoot. What do you want to do?
I'm going to try to chuck my axe at
Okay.
one of the guys, and that'll be a strength check.
And so you stand up and grab your one-handed laser axe and activate it and huck it overhand style as the gunfire goes off, and both the guys see you stand up and then flinch at the gunfire, and the guy turns to look back to you as the axe hits him. Roll for damage.
That's an 11.
This axe slams into them, and they fall back onto their back as you can see the atmosphere escaping from their suit with the blood that from the wound as your axe is like bzz, bzz in their chest.
Party mode engaged.
Party mode engaged, and then whoever's closest to me, I cloak and dagger them. They're distracted.
They are definitely distracted, yeah. So what's Cloak and Dagger say? I don't remember.
I get a bunch of cool shit if I roll well.
Okay.
Which I did. I got a 10. So I get to choose 2, and I'm going to ignore armor and cripple a limb right in the kneecap. For 6 damage. Yeah.
Nice. What are you using as a weapon here?
My X-Acto knife attachment. I have little stiletto, things in my arms, and I just stab them.
Right. Your blade pops out, and you slash a tendon in his leg behind the knee as they fall down, and you can see the pain in their face inside their helmet as they fall to one knee. And again, their suit starts letting out atmosphere. And then it's their turn, but they're all kind of fucked up. That guy is probably the most able to defend himself. He falls to one knee, and he's going to turn and try and shoot you, A.M.I, if you want to roll Defy Danger.
Constitution, baby. That's a 13.
13. So he turns to you to fire, and the gun fires, and you can see the flash of light, but you don't hear the gunfire. You just hear fing, 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 as it hits your armored outer plating that you recently had. And then I think everybody else is probably pretty instantly dead. I think you guys can take another turn here.
Oh, yeah.
As you hear over the comms to the guys, like, especially if you're in the truck and you're like plugging into the truck shit, like, what's going on out there? Report back.
And you just see A.M.I out on the ice in front of the guy he slashed, and in rhythm, he's just stabbing him over and over again. It's time to party. It's time to party.
I like the way you're thinking right now, pal. That's my binary brother right there.
I run up to my axe to go take it out of this guy's helmet. Identification on the 2 guys to see what their names are.
You can get a name off one of the guys, and you got to roll wisdom to see what you get off this.
7.
You get what you're looking for. You find like the data device or whatever, and they're Private Ferguson.
So I see this, and I go and I click the comm to Spency, and they go, "Hey, look, I heard that comm. You're gonna call me Ferguson in just a second. You're gonna call back and say nothing to report. You see anything, Ferguson?" And then we'll end the comm after that, and then you say no. All right? Sound good? Like a good plan?
Yeah, sound good to me. And then I'm gonna look over at the guy next to me in the seat and see what his name on his.
Okay, roll wisdom.
That is a 9.
Okay, you also find their personal device, and their name is Strauss, Sergeant Strauss.
All right, so I go back over the radio and go, "This is Sergeant Strauss speaking. Nothing to report here. It seems just to be a crazy droid is what we were coming to look at. What about you, Ferguson? You see anything out there? Over."
I click Ferguson's comm, and I go, "Nothing here, Sergeant." Click.
Roll charisma, Spency, and maybe Reggie roll a aid because you're selling his story there.
10.
Okay, so you got +1 to your roll.
10.
Oh, nice. So the base comes back and says, "Crazy robot." Yeah, that's what it sounded like on the comms. If it's not dangerous, I guess try to bring it back. Maybe we can figure out what the hell's going on.
Copy that. Sergeant Strauss out.
Cool. So you guys seem to have bought yourself some time with some good charisma roleplay action. What do you want to do?
Are there other spacesuits? Does it look like they're wearing a uniform? Because if they're military,
Yeah.
I just want to know if
They're wearing the same like operator gear. Like they had armor on and combat gear. They were like soldiery type uniform.
Was their combat gear over their astronaut suits, or is that underneath?
It's incorporated.
Okay, so we'd have to completely take their suits off.
done a lot of damage. You literally blew a hole through it. I did 11 damage from like a throw. Just literally just 2-arm like and just got a dude. And then A.M.I literally just repeatedly just stabbed
Poking
me.
holes.
Well, okay, so what I'm thinking is that each suit has 3 different tears. What if we take all 3 of those suits and make one suit only? And then one of us goes in with A.M.I, he's deactivated, pretending. There's a little bit of resistance in there. We can try to overtake him. with the surprise if we can. And that's why I asked about the suits.
I can make the roll to. Should we drag the bodies? What's the closest airtight space? Would be the spaceship, right?
Yeah, that's a ways back. Dragging the bodies across that's gonna make it twice as hard to do those constitution rolls.
Oh, can they load it into the truck? We got a space truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is the truck airtight?
It's not airtight. No, it's just like a rover-like vehicle. But you could
Oh,
throw
so
the bodies
there's-
on the truck.
Nah, that's too.
I-
It would be
I
really
better-
dangerous, but it is possible.
Can I tape parts of their suit onto my suit so from far away it looks close enough?
You could tinker with that. You could roll. Do you have adventuring gear you could use as tools to like help assist you?
No, I do not.
Well, then you need to probably get back to the ship where you have access to some sort of
Yeah.
a gear.
Can I rip my lab coat that I had? Rip it into strips to make like ties to tie it on in places?
It's still gonna take a long time to like get this person out of their stuff and then start. But like this is a large endeavor. What you're describing.
Right, yeah. Honestly, I think we should just try and balls to the wall, ram the fucking truck through the thing and just try and go for it.
It would certainly be easier to drive to the ship with the truck and put the suits on than to try to makeshift
that's
a thing
actually
in the
really
middle of the thing.
Would they be able to tell that we would drive the truck back to where we were parked?
Yeah, they would definitely see the truck drive away from the station.
You could tell them that the robot's getting away.
Oh yeah, true. We could do that. So I'm gonna go back over the radio and go. So that droid we thought was nothing. It's a runner. We're going after it right now. Just wanted to let you know. Over.
And then I yell, "Come back here!"
Roll charisma.
Thank God.
You also did that with a different character voice.
Oh shit!
You did that in Spency's voice.
Damn, I forgot my operator voice I was using. That's a 9.
They say, "Copy that." Who is this?
I correct my voice and go. It's Sergeant Strauss. Sorry about that.
There you go,
Just
there
had
you
a
go.
funny cough in my throat.
Don't go too far from the station. It's dangerous. The further you are away, the longer it takes to get back, and that thing doesn't
And
have unlimited
I
range.
cut him off and I go, "Don't you patronize me, the Sarge, God's sakes." I know that.
Roll charisma again.
That's double sixes, baby.
So they just don't say anything back to you. You feel like you shut them down, and then the dispatch person just shut up.
All right, yes, we're gonna go through with the plan. Take the bodies, put them on the truck, and go to the spaceship.
Okay, so you're trying to get one was stabbed in the leg. Yeah, I guess you could make 2 suits out of it. So you and Reggie look like you're in their black armor.
And we're also taking some of our parts of my helmet off my suit to attach it to the one of the guy that I shot his head off.
There would be an extra suit that you could harvest the helmet from, so you have the right helmet.
But, I mean, I'm
and then
saying,
he
like,
could take the
my-
lower legs of that one he axed in the chest. Let's say you put it on, you get back in the truck, and you start driving back with A.M.I on board. What's the plan? What's your play? What do you do?
So I'm posing as Sergeant Strauss, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm Private Ferguson.
A.M.I is the runaway droid.
But there was 3
Back to
people,
A.M.I.
so what are we explaining?
A.M.I, you need to act like you're glitching.
You see A.M.I.'s eye sensors kind of like squint real hard, and then that little flap on the top of his head just kind of pops open and sparks.
I go, perfect, Dammy, perfect. Hey, Spency, what do we do? There's 3 of them, but there's only 2 of us and A.M.I. So we're gonna be short a person. Do we say they're parking the car?
No, we didn't.
I mean, you still got the bot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like we would have checked that too. I mean, can we? Can
Did
I
you-
get a third name? I'm gonna.
You can roll for a third name.
All right, I would love to roll. So that's wisdom. 8.
Yang. Private Yang.
Dang. All right, Spency. This is what I'm thinking here. We walk in. You're Sergeant Strauss. I'm Ferguson. We take in A.M.I. We assess the situation. Say that Yang was checking the truck. A.M.I. kind of ran around and touched some things. We wanted to double check the truck, make sure it's good. And then if we can take him, we take him. If not, maybe we do a little sneak, try to hide. Bada bing, bada boom.
I feel like most likely this is gonna go down guns up. Let's be real with ourselves.
I am here
Yeah,
to
but-
party.
But if we don't have to set off some, alarm bells first, that would be also great. Because more trouble equals more issues.
Oh yeah, got that right. Let's try and play it safe though. I'm about it.
All right.
So what do you do?
Just start driving the truck back towards the thing and
I guess
pray to
so.
God this works out.
As you're driving up to the thing, there is a open garage door where it drove out of. That's like a garage airlock. The obvious park spot. Or you could do something else.
Is there like a main tower
that would be sending out the signals to their comms anywhere?
Yeah, there is like a central part of the base that is like raised up, and like that's a communication dish and stuff on the top of that. Because a lot of the base is underground, so there's just like this wart on the top of the ice that has all that shit up on the top.
Would you say it's in range for me to shoot at?
Sure, your bullets fly fairly far because there's less gravity there. So your accurate range would be further.
I would like to.
There's no atmosphere slowing them down.
I'm gonna look at Reggie and go. So I have an idea. I put one of these explosive bullets in my gun here, and I shoot their tower so they can't talk. What do you think?
Sounds like it could work.
All right. Guess we gotta give it a shot. But the thing is, once we do this, we're all in. So if you want to make that slow approach, we can still do that. But we can always have a backup plan as long as we keep it within eyesight and range.
I think that's the best play for us to do.
Play it safe, and then if all shit goes to hell, I'm gonna shoot the comm thing.
Yeah.
You pull into the garage, the door behind you closes, it seals, the room fills with air, and the light come on, and you can see there's a doorway to the right out of this room that goes into the station. There's also some racks to store gear for loading out with the truck. What do you guys want to do?
When we get in, I'm gonna get out of the truck and immediately walk around towards the back, like I'm just checking on things.
So you walking around the truck?
I hail over the comms to the station and acting malfunction. Just, the party is here. Engage.
This droid keeps getting into our comm system. Get it down to engineering so that they can shut it off.
You cannot stop the party.
We'll get it all. We'll get it down there. Don't worry about it. So I'm gonna just tell A.M.I to follow me, but still act like you're glitching. And then I'm gonna look around the area and see if I can find something to look like a little wire that I can just like make like a lasso loop and throw it over his head and just kind of act long.
Roll wisdom to find something to.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. Cool. So somebody walks in the door. It is someone dressed in a higher level uniform than you guys are. You can immediately tell like this is it's probably a superior officer of the people you just killed coming in, and they're like, report. Where's the other one?
I start rolling towards that guy, spinning my head and flailing my arms.
Holy shit. He backs up
then-
for the door and he
then I
starts to
run-
pull his sidearm.
And I run to go, like, constrain Emmy. Be like, oh, wait, no, I got him.
Okay.
Trying to
you-
kind of go along with the ruse there that we can deactivate him.
So are you rolling like a strength roll to physically stop him, or are you rolling like a charisma roll to act like you're stopping?
Actual strength.
Okay, you're gonna grapple Amy.
Can we
yes.
contest? Because I think it would be
Sure.
funny if I
think
win.
it's better.
I'm
I think
down.
contest is a better system. I
I'm
agree.
down.
Oh, yeah. That's a 3. I rolled a
Dead.
3.
Okay, cool. You come over and you just bear hug Amy and like clamp its arms down.
You cannot stop the party.
And the guy stops and starts to put down, aims his weapon down when you grab it so he doesn't misfire and
Yeah.
puts it in his pocket. He's like, soldier, get this one down to engineering pronto. I got to talk to the sergeant.
Roger.
And like ushers you out of the room.
We kind of shuffle and then make sure that we can't be, I don't know if we can go like a corner or like hide out somewhere, like just in case something goes bad for Spency.
Well, you walk into the next room, and this room is a busy corridor where there are people like walking back and forth between the elevators going up to higher levels and elevators going down. And you see guards people and you see technician dressed people. You see some other folks that look like they maybe have high level degrees, like they're in suits and lab coats. And it's a happening place.
I want to look around and see if there's any sign, a line on the ground that will take us to engineering.
Roll wisdom.
12.
12. You like intuit by the layout of this place that you need to take those elevators down to get to the deeper levels to find engineering.
Send the coordinates to his device.
So you guys start to walk towards the elevator as Spency, this superior officer, stares you down and says, Sergeant, where's the other private?
You mean Yang? Well,
Yes, I mean Yang, Sergeant.
funny thing about that. And I turn around and I just straight up spear him in the fucking chest with my arm.
Roll to hit him.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a 10.
Nice. You fucking reached into his chest and fucking rip his heart out or whatever crazy butcher shit you're trying.
I just want to punch it like through the back of his back. Like I just want to punch it through his chest. I don't want to do anything free or eat him this time. I just want to punch it through.
Okay, you punch into him and he starts to fall over and he falls off your fist and you pull up your fist and it's covered in blood.
And then I just take a quick lick.
So do you take off your helmet then?
Oh, no, I would not. I'm savoring it. I'm not wiping it off.
He's like,
Right. You're looking at it and licking your lips as you
Yeah.
think about licking it. And you look out into the hallway, and your friends are gone. They have walked away.
I signal to him over the comm the coordinates of where we're headed. And then I type out any trouble ? And send it. Whoosh.
And I just send a happy face emoji back.
Okay, and you guys meet up at the elevator. There's these multi-tube elevators going up and down, and one spot you mark is marked like going down, like get on here, and the other part is like going up, stand here. This place is busy, so the door opens to the elevator, and like a whole group of people get off, and a whole surge of new people are trying to get on.
I'm wigging out, and I want to wig out in such a manner that would make people nervous to get on the elevator.
Roll charisma then.
9.
9. Yeah, you are wigging out, and some people are uncomfortable by it, but they all have places they need to be. So it ends up you guys get on the elevator, and there's this awkward thing where everyone has kind of squished themselves to the other side of the elevator, and the three of you, like with the robot wigging the fuck out, are in the other side of this large elevator, and everyone's looking at you all like, that's fucking weird. Something fucking weird's going on.
Error, systems critical,
Shut up.
party functions. Oh, offline?
You guys, the elevator stops at multiple floors, and different people are getting on and off. And one floor it pings, and it says sub-basement 35, main engineering. Boom, and the doors open.
Looks like it's stopped.
So you roll into this area, and it is less populated, but there are still people here. There's like 2 technicians like having a panel open. This part of the ship is way more raw and open, where you can see cabling and pipes. So this is where they have access to so many systems that they can fix a lot of things from here. So there are 2 people like immediately here fixing something close to the elevator. And then it goes deeper into the core of the station.
The goal is to get something that's worthwhile, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're supposed to get something from the data core, like the main data mainframe. Download the data core.
Even though it looks like Reggie's got me under control, I am leading him to where I think terminal is.
Roll wisdom to find yourself a turret.
An 11.
What's happened here recently? This conduit fed back. There was like a power surge on one of the levels, and that's why these guys are like at this panel, like fixing it. Like some operation on some other floor drew so much power that there's like a feedback and caused something to burn out.
As we're passing by them, I'm not even going to stop, but as I just analyze what they're working on, if you connect the alpha cable and run 600 hertz of electricity, your problem will be solved.
They look back, and then they look back at what they're doing, and then one guy's like, well, as you guys like go around the corner.
But little do they know that it's just a temporary fix. They fix it and it turns green, but if it happens
and then it
again,
burns out, breaks a giant fire the second time.
Yeah.
So you guys push in deeper into the engineering section, and there's a part in here that's like a big machine shop where they're like manufacturing parts for the station itself. And there is a data terminal here. You know you can access the main system if you want to try to hack in, but you don't know to what.
I stop being malfunctioning and I say, secure the perimeter. I head to the nearest hacking point.
Cool. What do you guys do when he says secure the perimeter?
We gotta protect Dammy.
Yeah, I would say I'm checking to see how many entrances there is. If not that there's the only one entrance, then I'm gonna be kind of just stood up against the door, ready to go, gun out, but like low and incognito.
Okay.
There are 2 entrances into this room. You're like in the machine shop. There's 2 entrances.
Then I'm gonna hold one entrance, and you can hold the other.
Okay.
There is a person in here making machining parts in their work, but they will slowly start to look up to see the 3 of them.
They're not wearing helmets, are they?
No.
Are we pressurized in this place? Okay.
I mean, he might be wearing like a hard hat, but he's not wearing like.
There's only one other guy.
Yeah.
Should I skewer him?
No. No. That's just too many bodies. I think we should just try to knock him out. You know,
I
bring
can
him up and be
sleep
like, hey, you know, this droid is malfunctioning. Can you help me out here? And then I want to like suffocate him. Like,
Okay, you're gonna choke him out. Roll strength.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Can you take a look? And as he goes,
He's like, I guess I can look at it.
Oh, that's 12.
This guy's like a little guy compared to you, and you're in that bulky armor, and you just grab him and he passes out in your arms.
Goes.
So that's how it's done, huh?
All right, A.M.I, quick. We don't have much time.
All right. I'll take that door. You get the other one. I'll post up.
All
on
right,
one door.
A.M.I, you want to
And-
try to hack this computer?
It's make or break.
Oh, no.
Yeah, double sixes.
So you hack into this and you're able to access a lot of the system. But to get the really sensitive data, there is physical firewall. Like someone has to go to that place and input there, like it's an enclosed separate system. So from here you have access to like the whole base, but there's like this core that you can't access. But now you know where that core access point is. A different floor that has a higher security rating than
Manual override add data core required. And I
Spency.
upload the coordinates.
All right, Reggie, you stay here. I'll try and sneak over there and get a manual override.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try.
You're going to follow the coordinates.
Okay, well, while he does that, I'm going to go over and check the guy's name tag on the guy that we knocked out.
Roll wisdom to find his identification.
7. Oh, that plus 1 help.
His name is Miller.
Miller, okay. A.M.I, if we get caught here, I want us to pretend that you knocked out little Miller here, and then we try to knock out the next person, if it comes to it.
Affirmative.
All right, Spency, you're trying to sneak your way. You could get back to the elevator and you follow the directions from A.M.I to input the floor code. And this elevator goes down further and opens up. And these hallways, pristine, white, smooth, nowhere to hide kind of hallway. And you step out on this floor and it continues down for a while to like a checkpoint, a smaller doorway that you have to pass through that clearly has like scanners and shit. And there are guards posted at that door. What do?
Are you still wearing the spacesuit?
I guess I'm still wearing it.
Can I use the computer system to depressurize that room?
You can certainly try.
All right, I'm gonna do it. All right, that's a 7.
I'll say you tried to release the atmosphere, but instead you set off the fire suppression system, and the room is now being filled with like a flame retardant foam that shoots out of holes in the ceiling. Everywhere in the room, this foam is now shooting down, and the guards at the checkpoint are like, "Oh shit, is there a fire?" They're all like, not sure what they, and start to
I'm gonna
radio
yell down
in.
at the guards and go, "Fire, fire, fire," and then run back down the hallway and hide at the nearest corner where they might run past. Can I try and hide in the foam?
Sure, yeah, that's more fun. Do that.
I am one with the foam.
What'd you get?
12
Okay, you hide in the foam. Odds or evens?
odds.
They think there's a fire because what you said, and the two guards come running towards the elevator to get off this floor.
I give a little evil laugh and go, walk over to the door.
Okay, as they run to the elevator door closed, and you walk over to the scanner. And it is like being set off because of the foam, so you can walk through it without the alarm's already going off, essentially.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go through.
So you walk through and you enter into this room where it is just a small panel, a discrete post that comes up. And then the wall in front of you is just like endless computer base. And this is the access panel to access the core.
I'm going to try and hack the panel.
Roll intelligence.
It's 10.
Okay,
9 plus
so
1.
you're able to unlock the core, patch A.M.I into it, and download, see like all the research. A.M.I, when you're in there, you just suddenly see all the research files that they've been working on. It's tons of names of crazy ass shit. And this is clearly what the person was after, the data the person was after. You start to download it, and it's a lot of data, and it's going to take a little bit of time. There is a security team that is now alerted to your location where the data is being transferred to.
Can A.M.I see that?
I think I'm too busy processing information.
Why don't you roll Constitution, A.M.I, and we'll figure out how long it's going to take you to embody all this data.
12.
So let's say it's going to cost you only 2 turns. So this turn and next turn. But Reggie, you hear footsteps coming your way as the squawk on the radio is like, there's a security data port on engineering in the tool manufacturing that is suddenly has access to the core. Can we get a team down there to check on that, please?
Seeing that A.M.I is kind of overloaded, I'm gonna try to play possum. I was like knocked out, just on the floor. And then when they rush in, by them like rushing in and yelling and stuff, I'm gonna wake up.
Two guys run into the room, and he looks over at the robot and says, "What the hell's going on here?"
And I kind of stupidly get up and I go, "Oh, I'm glad you guys are here. This robot," and I'm kind of walking closer to them. This robot just went all haywire and just knocked out Miller here.
This robot is hacking into the core, and the guy goes over to the A.M.I and puts his hands on A.M.I and is going to try to pull him out of the socket that he hacked into.
Okay, now I'm going to try to hack this guy who's trying to do that to A.M.I as he moves toward him. I'm going to,
roll your attack roll.
12.
12. So roll your damage.
8.
8.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, so you come on. This guy turns away from you, pull out your axe, and you slam it into his back. And he screams in pain. The other person's going to shoot at you with their pistol. So roll Defy Danger.
And I'm trying to do this as I'm trying to move out of the way because I'm obviously he's going to react that way. So as it's movement, I get a +1 because I have a move called On the Move. So I have my +1 back. Essentially, it negates shaking.
Right.
8.
8's a mixed result. You're going to take some damage. You take 2 points of damage. And then Spency, you're going to escape this area. As you leave the core, you do hear that there is now some group of people in the hallway where the fire suppression system is going off, trying to get it to shut down. Open that panel.
I'm gonna run out and go, guys, there's somebody in there. There's somebody in the room. And I'm just gonna run straight for the elevator.
Roll charisma. 10. So you slip into the elevator and hit the button as they're like, what? And then they turn around and the elevator door closes. And I assume you're heading back to the engineering level that your friends are on?
I would like to maybe go back to the truck and have it ready to go. Actually, can I get to the hallway of the engineering area and try and convince the guys that there is something going on in the actual core room and try and get them to run that way, and maybe we can escape to the truck in that moment? Or no, because they're all
yeah
around.
You could try something. The one guy has been axed.
True, yeah, so it's game on. Yeah, I'm running in. I'm going to go help the boys.
So you're heading to engineering level. A.M.I, do you finish your downloading? What do you do?
I'm going to send an alert about the fire down at the core. Like, systems critical. Core,
shit. Okay.
Core in danger. Evacuate sub-levels 20 through 30. 10.
So security is all kind of bobbled on what the fuck's going on. People are trying to check in on different things and downstairs, and they're kind of, for the moment, distracted from the data breach. There's still a guy in this room, Reggie, with you.
Okay, so did I outright kill the guy that I axed?
No, he's severely wounded, but he's not dead.
He probably can't do much, so I'm going to then attack the guy who shot me. Oh, that's 12. Oh, it's only 4. Not very high.
So the axe hits him in the arm and falls to the ground, and he clutches his arm and gets on his communicator and says, no, there's a security breach here. The data breach is here. They're armed. We need reinforcements. Like he's spending his turn to try to direct resources back to him that A.M.I has distracted from. Then at that point, Spency steps into the room, and you see a guy mortally wounded on the floor and another guy on the comm with an injured arm.
Well, this seems just the most appropriate time of all time to use my alien attack.
Oh, yeah.
So I would like to use Butcher's Deal scattershot variation, since both of them are injured, and I just want to split my tentacle arm and stab both of them.
Our sensors are kind of going, they're kind of flickering a little bit.
Your fucking arm busts out of the spacesuit, I guess, and splits out and stabs into the two guys. The one guy is turning around to run as it comes in and shoots down his throat and then busts out his stomach. Yeah, they're dead now. What do you guys want to do?
What can we do to cause a little bit more distraction?
Can I search around the room to see if there's anything that's flammable?
Roll wisdom. 9. You find a fire extinguisher.
I'll take that, and I'll just start bashing all the screens and computers. Anything that looks important, I'm just going to start smashing it.
Before he does that, I want to send an electrical surge through that conduit that I was having the other guys repair.
Yeah, I'm just bashing everything and making a run for it, I guess.
All
So
right, we gotta go.
that's
Okay, but like, can we try to wipe the blood off of us first? You know, because obviously there was a lot of blood that was spilled. Can we try to, make
yeah,
ourselves
you're right.
like, whatever? Because like, if we just run out bloody clothes, bro, like we're just gonna get caught anyways. So
should we just
I mean, don't you need the spacesuits to get out
yes,
to the ship?
yes.
so
There was gear racks in the
the room
garage.
where the truck was. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled an 11 for my Dexy sprint.
Where are you sprinting? What?
Are we not running for the elevator?
Working on the thing, and his body is across the hall as though he was shot from one side to the other as an electrical surge came through. And there was a fire where the work was, and there's another guy on the comm freaking out. Jay's been hit by lightning. We need support. I need somebody up here. He's like losing his shit. Medical science. Oh, it needs to help him. And this is an effective distraction as you guys waltz through as the theme music plays, and you wait for the elevator to open. And the elevator opens, and on the elevator are other combat guys heading to the core on the bottom for one of the calls that A.M.I made.
I want to run up to both of them and then just like drop down to my knees and grab them by the vest, and just like in all just terror, and just go, "Oh my goodness, thank you guys so much for being here. They're in the core room. They killed everybody. There's so many people dead."
Charisma.
Come on, don't
Is anyone going to help him sell this lie?
It was hideous. It was ugly. There were so many of them. 7.
So you get a +1.
It was a 9.
So you say this, and they like look at each other, and they go charging down the hallway. And now the elevator's left empty. And you guys elevator up to that floor that you entered on, and it opens up, and this is that really busy, action-packed floor.
As we're going up in the elevator, we go, "A.M.I, we still gotta pretend that you're not functioning, and that the only thing that we can do is to send you off into space."
Affirmative.
There's no saving you. We have to just launch him. He's space junk now. So
yeah, because of all the stuff going on in the station, we're just launching him.
Exactly.
Time.
Everything's going crazy down there. We don't have time. This is space junk. Okay. So we're just gonna try to make our way back to the truck. Yep.
Okay, the truck where there's like a dead body. So let's odds or evens.
Oh no.
Odds. It has to be odd, or maybe it's evens now. I don't know.
Well, which is it, odds or evens?
Reg. I hit the body. It's odds.
2.
Fuck.
So you guys enter into the garage, and there is 2 people putting the body like on the stretcher, and then there are like 4 guys with guns standing around who all look over at you, and one of them points their gun at you and says, "Freeze!
No,
You with the robot, freeze!"
Wait.
I would like to just instantly shoot one of the guards with my alien bullet. My last one.
What's your alien bullet? You're just infecting them with your own shit? Yeah, okay. Yeah, roll a hit on it.
14. Big hits.
14. Okay, yeah. So you flop this guy in the neck with the aggro. He's going to roll a constitution. Okay, he rolled a 6.
So, yeah, without the nanites,
So,
he takes
grabs that, and he starts screaming. "Ah! Ah! Ah!"
Okay. In
And,
that chaos, I'm gonna
yeah.
throw an axe, and I'm going to do one of my appetites things, so I can use a D8 with the D6.
Yeah.
So that's 12 already with not my strength,
Shit. Okay.
which is 15.
Roll your
I did.
damage.
9.
Did you throw your axe at this guy?
Yes.
Okay. You do your 2-handed throw, and it fucking splits this person's head and sinks into like their neck. And as they fall and leech over, as the one guy's freaking out, the 2 other guys are definitely had their
I'm gonna throw one of my throwing knives. 10.
nice. Roll your damage.
All right, 6.
6. You throw a knife and catches a guy in the gut. And there's one guy left uninjured, and he looks around it. One dude's dead. One dude's freaking out. One dude just got stabbed. And he looks over at the 3 of you, and he just starts freaking out and just sprays his machine gun. I'm going to roll a Defy Danger as bullet spray.
Okay.
It's fine.
I gotta do the Matrix bullet dodge.
So I want to try and dive over his spray towards the car and slide underneath it.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna spin my head and wave my arms and roll towards him. I got a 12.
10.
Then
And he sprays, and you go diving under the car, and Reggie's like Matrix dodging the shots, and then Ami's just going, "Ah!" and they're bouncing off this body, and this guy is just screaming for his life. What do you guys want to do?
I would like to just put this guy out of his misery really fast. So from underneath the car, I'm gonna just lean out and just try and shoot him. That is a 12, 6 damage.
With the guy who already has a knife in his leg?
The other guy that just sprayed us.
So you pop him in the back of the neck. He's dead. You blast him out the back of his head, and he falls dead to the ground. The guy who's getting out grabs the guy next to him that has the wound from A.M.I, sinks his teeth into his neck and starts to rip a chunk off this guy's flesh. What do the rest of you do?
The driver's seat of the car.
Can I try to steal one of their guns? They have to have a gun.
You can just take one. The guns are around. You had access to the guns.
I'm gonna take one, and I want to get like just a sidearm. I feel like my axe
Okay.
thing. I'm gonna keep a sidearm just to
Okay, yeah, you can swoop one of the pistols off the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just starting the engine and have it ready.
What does it need? Like a handprint to open?
No, either you got to hack the terminal or you got to get command to open it for you. Like it's designed that someone else opens it.
I would like to look around the room and see if there's like indication of which garage this is, like by number.
Yeah, there's a giant 4 in white and a huge white letter like on the wall.
I'm gonna go over the radio comm that I stole from Sergeant Sturgis that I still have on my gear and go, Mayday, Mayday, this is Sergeant. It seems to be that one of our security officers has gone crazy and has attacked one. Can you open the cargo bay so we can get the fuck out of here, please?
Roll charisma. 11. They go, oh God, and open the thing. Room starts to depressurize, and you realize you still don't have an arm on your suit as your suit starts to depressurize as well, Spency. And then the door opens, and you're in a vacuum, and one of you has a suit that has no arm on it.
It's okay. We'll get it going. Con save, a 9.
You take 5 damage, no armor. And then you can roll to drive that.
Okay, can I take my roll from earlier, the 10 I rolled?
You'll probably roll a 10 anyways. So you're holding your breath, and you feel the freezing temperature of space upon your arm as you're ripping down the icy roads.
Can we calm Enzo to get the ship ready?
So Enzo's getting the ship fired up. Somebody roll wisdom to guide him to the right fucking
I got
place.
it. 10.
10. So you guys jet
Okay.
towards the ship.
I'm gonna look inside the glove box to see if I can make some sort of airtight seal on the arm or some sort of patch kit.
Okay, roll wisdom.
Oh yeah, 11.
Like it's a roll of duct tape, but you're like, I can use this to tape off
You
his
could
arm.
use this?
And at least, so you reach over while he's driving, tape off his arm, and the suit is able to pressurize some, so you can actually breathe now. Your skin is still exposed to like the freezing cold on your arm.
That's a
So
Syrian arm,
I'm
right?
gonna reduce the damage you're taking. Roll
Oh.
Constitution.
8.
Okay, so you take 3, and you guys rip across the ice. I guess back to the ships because they don't really have anybody out there after you. So
Yes.
in the chaos, you guys escape back to the Wyvern, and you're able to get back on the ship. And you pull off that suit, Spency, and you can see your arm is frostbitten and it's fucked up, like your skin. The alien form is replacing that. You guys, assumably, can pilot away from this place because Enzo's really fucking good at engineering.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Spency has the thing that get us back to where we were before, so we're gonna definitely go
Oh,
back
right,
to
yes.
before.
That's right. He has that power.
Yeah, we could head back to that station, and then the fucked up shit that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah. So you guys squeeze in this little side mission.